Genealogy can be a really expensive hobby. Not only do you need software and books, but you need to also buy certificates, marriage certificates, death certificates, birth certificates, to make sure the information you have for your family is correct. Well, I've got some really good news. If you need a marriage, birth or death certificate from England and Wales after 1837, the UK government has just made it a lot easier and a lot cheaper. Hi, welcome to my video. We'll be looking at how best to get English and Welsh birth, marriage and death certificates after 1837, and we can get those certificates for less than $3. So we'll go through how you get them, where you get them from, and what's the best value for money. On the 1st of July 1837, the UK government enacted a Civil Registration Act. From that day forward, every birth, marriage and death was supposed to be registered with the government. It took a while to catch on, but after a couple of decades, most if not all birth, marriage and deaths were registered with the government. Now if you Google English, Welsh, birth, marriage and death certificates, you'll get a number of sites. They'll either charge you too much or they're out and out scams. What we'll do is we'll look at how to get this registration certificate from the source, which is UK government. It's very cheap and very, very easy. But first, let me look at an example of why you would need that. Let's go and look at my great-great-great-grandfather. And here he is, William Charles Glasson. And this is his ancestry profile. He was born in 1811 and died apparently in 1876. Now I say apparently because that fact is only supported by two sources. One's an index and one's an unvalidated source. So I need to go to the UK government to get his death certificate so I can really truly validate his date of death and the circumstances of his death. So that's what we'll do today. But first I need some information, and that information is available in many, many places. And that piece of information is called a GRO index. And here it is in Ancestry. It's made up of a number of pieces of information. And this is from the index of William Charles Glasson. It's made up of his name, the year of death, the place of registration, the quarter that the registration took place, the page and a volume number. And remember, this is about registration. It's not dated on a date of death, it's dated on the date of registration. And there's a number of places we can find this. We can find it in other paid sites like Find My Past. And also, as the theme is saving money, there's a free UK website called freebmd.co.uk that has all the indexes for birth, marriage and death. And also we can go and find the index information from the UK government website. So now we have the information, or in fact we know who we want to get the death information about. Let's go over to the UK website and go through how I order this, how I pay for it. So here we are at the login page. And I'll put a link in the description below. So all we need is an email and a password or registration, which is very, very simple. And once I've logged in, I get to this page and I can choose 3 different ways to go forward here. I can either order a certificate, or I can order a PDF, or I can order a digital image. And in this case, I'll order a digital image of the death certificate because that's the easiest one and the cheapest one to get hold of. But rather than going directly to the image using the GRO index, I'm going to use the index capability here on the government website. That helps me in 2 ways. 1, it makes sure I don't make any mistakes, and 2, it takes me directly to the record. So I've got only 2 options here, birth or death. Marriage certificates are not available digitally right now. So I have to put in the year of death, and I can put a range. I'm taken to this search screen, and here I can use different capabilities and different search criteria to find William Charles Glasson and order the certificate. And I can go ahead and search for William Charles with the information I know. I can actually use this search capabilities to actually find records. It could bring up a number of different records, and I may have to go back and search a number of times until I find the right person that I'm looking for. But in this case I know William Charles, and he's only come back with 1 record. So once I select William Charles, I've got 3 choices. I can choose the paper certificate, I can choose the PDF, or I can choose the digital. In this case, we'll choose the digital. It's the cheapest and quickest option. Once I've selected digital, I'm taken to another screen. And again, it outlines the different choices I have and goes through the GRO information. And this is where I make my final order. Now I can again order a certificate, which at this stage is £11, a PDF, which is £7, or the digital, which is £2.50. Do remember that if you live outside of the UK, to keep an eye on those international transaction charges. You don't want to be paying a $5 international transaction charge on your credit card for essentially a $3 payment. But now we submit our order, confirm our email address where we're going to get the digital image sent to, and then we just need to go to payment and pay this. And once we're paid, we'll see the image being available for download almost immediately. And now the order is complete. I've paid for the order and I go to the order completion screen. And here at the bottom of the screen I can view the digital image immediately. So as you can see, for the price of just over $3, I've got a digital image right away on my laptop. And here it is. Here's the digital image of William Charles Glasson's death entry for 1876. And all I need to do now is transcribe that image into my ancestry profile, and I have the information. It's validated information. Up what we've seen here from the UK government website. There's 3 different types of vital record: birth, marriage and death. And there's 3 ways I can receive them, either paper, PDF or digital. The paper's £11, currently about $14. It takes about 4 to 5 weeks coming here in the US, and for birth, marriage and deaths, all years are available. For PDF, they take between 4 and 5 days. For birth records available between 1837 and 1923, and for death records 1837 to 1957. And for digital records, as we've seen today, they're instant. Birth records are available from 1837 to 1923, and the death records, which we've seen today, 1837 to 1887. So I hope that's been useful. I hope that will encourage you to get the certificates for your relatives that were born, married or even died in England or Wales. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.